With just 5 points separating 15th place Queen's Park Rangers and 22nd place Cardiff City ahead of this Saturday's Loftus Road clash, this match is shaping up to be as must-win as they get. A first R's win in 7 and results going our way could just about give us the much-needed breathing room we need, but a 6th loss in 7 could well see Rangers approaching 5 o'clock Saturday just 2 points above the relegation zone. As an opportunity to climb back out of the bottom 3, it's a fixture of arguably even higher importance for Cardiff City, so joining me to give his take on what's at stakes for the Bluebirds is Cardiff City World Fan Channel host Si, while I'll be giving my thoughts as usual on Rangers at the end. If you enjoyed this match preview, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Good afternoon, Si. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. Obviously, we're here to chat QPR versus Cardiff City this weekend. Just 5 points separate 15th place QPR and 22nd place Cardiff City ahead of the trip to Loftus Road. So there is plenty at stake here for both sides. So first off, how are you feeling right now as a Cardiff fan? And with 7 matches to go, how confident are you about survival?
Uh, I'm certainly less confident than I was like a few weeks ago. I've been pretty consistent all season. I didn't think we'd go down. I still have that kind of feeling, but a lot of that is based on like I can't believe that with the squad we've got, we are where we are. But as they say, like the league table doesn't lie, and we've been just so poor defensively, a lot of mistakes all season really. And it is what it is now. Like we gotta win some games, and I think tomorrow's really important because if Cardiff can get a victory at your place, that is not only the 3 points, which is vital, but it drags you right back into it. Um, so yeah, I think it is. Like I say, it is what it is. But it's been a frustrating season, shall we say?
Omar Riza became interim manager on the 22nd of September. He was then appointed until the end of the season on the 5th of December. How are the fans feeling about him? How likely is he to stay on beyond the summer?
I think there's quite a lot of frustration with him because in some ways they like what they've seen. It's been a lot more attacking compared to Errol Bullock, but sadly, I think at times his inexperience has probably cost us a little bit, just with maybe substitutions, tactics. Like a few times he's gone, just as an example, we played Bristol City in, I think it was like his second or third game, and we were really dominating that game. We'd scored two, I think, in quick succession, and Bristol were really struggling with our sort of press and pace. And then all of a sudden, with half an hour to go, he went to five at the back, and that just handed the whole momentum of the game. And it's been like little things like that which have kind of been a bit frustrating. And again, this past Saturday against Sheffield Wednesday, first half we were excellent. Second half, Sheffield Wednesday made a tactical switch and made a couple of subs half time, added an extra midfielder, and he didn't address it. And then Sheffield Wednesday got back into a game which they shouldn't have. And yeah, it's those little tweaks. I think the majority now, well, I say the majority, I think there's some who would like to see him stay because he's good with young players, and we've got a lot of young players established in the first team and coming through the academy. So there is that aspect. So he's not like universally everybody wants him out, but I think a lot of people would like someone a bit more experienced in there now. But I think particularly I think if we go down or if we stay up, there's every chance he will stay. He's got a really good relationship with the owner, and it hasn't been all bad under him. Like there are one or two sort of bright sparks, but ultimately this squad shouldn't be where they are. Now you can't put that all on him because he came in mid-season, but he also has to take some responsibility for that as well.
Cardiff have won just twice away from home this season in the Championship. Why hasn't it been clicking on the road as much as it has at home?
It's difficult to put your finger on it. Um, like last year, our away form was very, very good, but it was our home form which was dreadful. This year, we seem to, performance-wise, I think a lot of our better performances have been away from home. We're a bit more set up, a bit more for away games. I think in the Championship, play on the break and stuff, but it's been defensive errors all season. We've been in so many different games. We've been playing well, comfortable, and then just a silly sort of error or someone not tracking their man or out of position suddenly just hands the momentum. And too many times this season, we end up chasing 1 or 2 goals when in a game which we've been playing quite well. And that's been the most common denominator because we're attacking. We're quite, we've got some decent players. Finally got a striker after many years. And I just think it has been defensively rather than offensively where we've struggled, particularly, post Christmas.
So who can cause QPR problems on Saturday afternoon, and where can Rangers get at Cardiff?
Um, so I think if I was playing against Cardiff, I would suggest just putting the defence under a lot of pressure because they have a bad habit of trying to play out from the back at the wrong time. And as I say, they switch off. They do switch off during games at different points. We've been a little bit better since Will Fish has come in as centre back. But as of this morning, we didn't have any fit right backs either. So, and that's including the kind of reserve right back who's a midfielder anyway, who's been playing at right back in Rena Mota. As far as I know, well, Perry NG's got a back problem, and Andy Reader-Motor's brother passed away a couple of days ago, so we're not sure if he's going to play. So if that is the case, I think Cardiff will play 3 at the back and go with wing backs anyway. In terms of Cardiff, normally I always would say Ruben Colwell in that sort of number 10. He's so dangerous and such a unique body type for a number 10 because he's like 6'4", but he's so skillful and on the ball and so creative. But he hasn't really played a lot in recent weeks. But we do have a lot of pace in the wide areas. Will Alves, Kean Ashford, Isaac Davis, Ollie Tanner is coming back from injury, but I don't think he's fitting up anywhere near to start. So I'll say Yusuf Salic, centre forward, came in January and it's just been excellent. Something that we've lacked for a long time. Plays all his best stuff in the box between the posts. He's a goal scorer and he'll get on the end of crosses. His link-up play is good as well. So, yeah, Yusuf Salic is a handful.
And for the interest of QPR fans, what's the deal with Chris Willock, and how likely is he to be back in the squad this weekend?
I think he is back. I think he will be back in the squad. I'd be shocked if he started. I've been really disappointed with him. I was excited to see him. He looked okay at first, and you just felt like, oh, he'll get going and he'll be good then. But he looks like a player who's got bags and bags of ability and got like a moment in him, but he doesn't seem to be very consistent from what I've seen. Obviously, it's still early days. He's only been here since the summer, but I've been a little bit underwhelmed, if I'm honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, Si, thank you so much for joining me for this preview. To round us off, let's get your score prediction for Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's more hope than belief, but I'll go 2-1 Cardiff.
Well, thank you very much again, Si, and all the best for the rest of the season after Saturday, of course.
Yeah, and you, mate. Cheers.
Thanks so much once again to Si for joining me for this preview. Make sure to give him a follow on Twitter or check out the Cardiff City World fan channel in the description down below. So, an absolutely massive fixture for both QPR and Cardiff this. And with the Bluebirds having claimed a rare second away win of the season against Blackburn in their last trip from home just before the international break, it's one that you would imagine Omar Rees's side will be more than up for when looking at our atrocious form. That's what this one is going to really boil down to for me. Which team wants it more? And to be honest, that's the bit that worries me the most, because last weekend's performance showed that there are far too many players that just aren't that bothered about playing for Rangers right now. The most frightening thing is, given our extensive injury list and painfully shallow squad depth, Cifuentes has little choice but to play many of those players again, and even if a couple of fresh faces miraculously emerge from the medical room, they're not going to be match fit. Colley has been shown in training by the club today, though some players in last week's training photos didn't end up featuring at Stoke. I don't want to see Anderson on the wing again, I don't want a tiny number 10 up top, and if we do end up having no senior striker starting again, I can't really see us scoring more than one, but if that's the case, pad out the midfield or even go 5 at the back if needed. It is ultimately our home form that has kept us afloat to this point this season. Even in this dire run, we've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2 at Loftus Road, one of which was to Sheffield United. So we're really relying on a home win once again to keep us out of trouble. I don't care how we do it, but we simply have to find a way. So, score prediction time. I just don't know. In the last home game, we saw some fight and organisation, but last weekend was a new low. I just think Cardiff will be so up for this. They haven't actually conceded many over the last 7 or 8, and as much as I'd love to say we're going to kick our asses into gear, I'm going for a cagey 1-1 draw. Anyway, what do you reckon? Please let me know your own thoughts and score predictions down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this preview and you're new to Hoopsa, please consider hitting like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you next time for my Cardiff match reaction. Come on, you Oz.